Hello, hello, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and we're back today to do another episode of I Saw It on Pinterest. And we're going to go the Halloween route today. I don't do a lot of Halloween, but I saw this pin and I thought it was really cute. So we're going to, if I can get my iPad going here, we are going to make a journal card that is similar to this one, and the pen is by Lori Connolly, and she is a maker for Tim Holtz, and she made this file box. I remember seeing this on Tim's Halloween release. I believe it was last year. Let's see. Let's go. No, 2021. Oh, it's a Paula Cheney. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her, but she is a Tim Holtz maker, and she made this little file box and made all these little cards to go in it for Halloween. It's really cute. But what I am going to do is make a regular journal size card to kind of mimic what's going on here. And of course I'll put, my little differences on there. Now, she used this kind of box, which I use to store my ink pads in, that I use for distressing around the edges of paper. So I have mostly browns and I have black soot in here. My labels are coming off. I need to glue them back on. But it's this kind of box, and so the cards she made were to fit in this area. So they were quite small, and she gives the dimensions if you want to do something like this in this little box. You can order these from, I got mine from scrapbook.com maybe, or Joann's, one of the two. I can't remember which, but so if you're interested in doing the box, which is a really cute idea for the holidays, I may do one for Christmas, but like I said, I don't do a lot of Halloween, so I don't have any need to make, a whole box of Halloween cards. I did Halloween when my kids were little, but I don't really do anything anymore Halloween. I do not like cutesy Halloween. I'm more into the kind of dark academia kind of style, or moody is another word for it. I find myself kind of going towards that this time of year, even in my home decor and stuff. And not gothic, but more wood tones, the darker colors like the oranges and deep reds, and the colors of the season. And I just feel like that is more comfortable. It's warmer than all the white and the grays and things like that are popular in decor. So, with that being said, I am going to make a journal card. So, let's get started. So, the first thing I have, this is the scrapbook paper, one-sided. And it's just a little scrap that I had in my Halloween folder. I keep all of my Halloween stuff or any other kind of theme in these little zippy bags. And you can get these on Amazon as well. So everything in here is Halloween. And you can see that I've got quite a few scraps from previous little Halloween to-dos. And I am going to be making a journal. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to make 2 small ones because I was looking for something, a digital, for an upcoming project, and I found this one, and I absolutely fell in love with it because I love crows and ravens, and I found this digital and printed it off, and so it's got kind of that academia, dark academia kind of look to it. And I printed that kit on the front, and this kit is, let me look it up, whose kit this is. I got it on Etsy, of course. Let me switch over to my Etsy. Sorry, I meant to write it down before I started, and of course I didn't. It's by Devant Create, D-E-V-A-N-T Create on Etsy. And it's a really inexpensive kit because she has a discount on her kits right now. And then the back side, let me go back to Pinterest here so I can get my card up. The back side is Louisa Heinzel's Grungy Stitched kit, and I thought it goes so well with the colors. So I printed that on the backs. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And like I said, I don't know that I'm going to do a big journal. I have it, right now I have it in 2 signatures. So I'm debating whether I want to do one journal with 2 signatures and make it a thicker journal, or I want to do it in 2 separate journals. So that is that, and so that's what happens when you go to look for something and you get sucked down the rabbit hole of what is Etsy Digitals. So yeah, back to our journal card. So this paper, you can see, has this little ruffly edge here, but I didn't have the whole sheet, and it was like a 12 by 12, and so I just had to scrap, and I was able to get a piece that is 4 by 6 and a half out of it. So I think the first thing I need to do is round these other 2 corners. Even though it's not going to have the ruffle on it, I think it would look better to have all of the corners rounded. So I'm going to get my corner rounder, and my handles are coming off, and do the 1/2 inch on the other 2 corners, just to kind of tie it in a little bit better. Yeah, I like that better. Oh, let me do this one too. Yeah, I like that better. So that is going to be our base. I apologize if the lighting's not good today. It is like pouring rain, and it's supposed to rain through the next week sometime, every day. We're going to get a lot of the rain from the hurricane that's coming in up through Florida. And it was already gonna rain, so yeah, we've got it coming. They're predicting like 5.5 inches here, which will cause flooding for sure. Not where I am. Our yard and stuff normally does not flood. We're on a pretty high plane here, so I don't have to worry about that so much, but we are definitely going to get rain, and we need it, so I'm not going to complain about it. We needed it badly. We're in a drought. Moderate drought, they say. So I'm going to go ahead and ink around on my pieces, and I'm using scorched timber because it's dark, and I want, you know, a dark look. So, like I said, I just pulled out some scraps to use. I don't know why I'm inking that because I know I'm going to cut it off, but we'll ink it and then we'll worry about it. Hope everybody is having a good day. Like I said, rain here. When it quits, I'll have major mopping and stuff like that to do because, you know, we have 2 dogs and they have to go out whether it's pouring down rain or not. So I'm not going to worry about doggy prints right now. Just wait for it to get done and then handle it. There's no need stressing over it as it's happening. So, okay, and then I've got my little boy and girl here that I'm going to use. Now, I did go ahead and color her so that it would be good to go. Again, when I color my paper dolls, I first coat them with my matte gel, because, you know, Tim Holtz paper dolls are kind of slick and shiny, and if you coat them with matte gel, it not only knocks that shine off, but, and I use a clear gesso. I'm sorry, I'm saying matte gel. You could probably use matte gel too, but I used a clear gesso. But it takes the color better when you're going to color them. And then I just used one of my Derwent colored pencils and colored her. I found these Derwent pencils work really well with the paper dolls. So that's what I use. Okay, got all our pieces inked, so now let's lay it out. So the first thing that I want to do is put this piece, I think I want this trim piece, I'm going to cut off right before this little ruffle, I guess you can call it, down here. And the reason I'm using this is because I want something for the little boy to stand on. So I'm going to have him stand on this line right here. Just like that. And then I've got the orange behind. Or did I have it the other way? I may have had it the other way. The orange at the bottom. And then this. I think I did. And then, of course, she's setting. And so I'm going to have her set on the 31. Or at least on the 3. And I don't care if this is partially blocked. We all get the point that it's a 31. And then I did not have the paper that she's got that says Casket Company on it, but I did find this in my stash. And so I'm going to put that back behind their heads, kind of like that. And then I'm going to have him hold, because he looks like he's holding something. I'm going to have him hold this October, if I can get his little hand up to show you. Might have to move this over just a tad. Kind of like that. And then I'm going to put the butterfly here. You notice my butterfly is a lot bigger than this one. That's one of the little tiny Tim Holtz butterflies. And then I'm going to use this as a tab, but I'm going to put it on this side. They have it on this side. And then I have some string that I'm going to grunge up and put underneath. Get that out of there. It's like a little purple fuzzy, which would also go, I guess, but we're gonna get it out. We'll put that up under here. So that's what mine is going to look like. And I think that's a real cute little journal card. So let's get to gluing everything down. Do I want to grungy this up anymore? No, but I do think I'm going to grungy this up a little bit more. So let me mark where I want to cut that off. Okay, ink this edge. Okay, so let's put down the orange scrap. First, and I'm just using my Pritt stick for this. I think that's going to be fine. Okay, and then we're going to put down our little strip here. Like that. Both of those look like they're hanging over just a tad, so I will trim those after I get them glued on. This piece of paper is sticking to my finger. I can't get it off. I hate when that happens. Okay. So we'll put this piece here. Preferably straight. And then I'll trim that. And I'll put probably some coffee dyed paper or something on the back of that so it's not so white. Okay, and then let's determine where our little guy needs to be here. I'm gonna go ahead and take just a little tiny speckled bit of art glitter glue here and put it on the back of his hand. Hold that down a second so I can move this around, and I know my October will be attached. Okay, now we can determine where our 31 needs to be. Again, I'm going to attach it to her first, the 3 at least. That way I can manipulate the whole thing around. And then I'm going to put the 1 and I'm going to scoot it a little closer than what it would normally be. Like, you know, it would normally be like this. But I'm going to scoot it just over the edge a little bit. And that will allow me to move this whole piece around until I decide exactly where I want it. Okay. So now, do we want him standing on that line? Actually, I think that may be a good idea. But yeah, I think that'll work. All right, so we're going to put our, or do I want this up? I think I want this up higher, actually. I want to be sure I have room for my little tab here. Or I could put him here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to glue down the bottom part. Until I get my other piece situated. Over this way, I'm making a mess with my glue. Dab that off a little bit. Okay, and then do I want it to go that way, or do I want it to go this way? I think I want it to go that way. So let's glue that down. Yep. Now we can glue this in place. Get my glue seepage. And then I feel like I need to put some ink on this. Just so it's not so white. Okay, I'm going to glue it to the back of the butterfly first. And glue it down. Give it just a second to dry. Okay, now I can get behind their head, I hope. and glue this the rest of the way down. Thank goodness for the little point on the art glitter glue, right? I think I'm going to cut this off just a little bit. Yep, that's better. Okay, now let's kind of do some stamping. To kind of blend everything in. So I want to use the splatter stamp, of course, and I am going to use, what do I want to use? I think I may use, can't decide. I think I'm going to use scorched timber. Let me see what color what that looks like on my, it's going to be pretty dark. I want to do, sorry, debating moment here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my crackle stamp first, and then we'll do some splatters. Sorry, I'm just grabbing it here. It's in my drawer. Okay, so let's take out gathered twigs that has a piece of paper stuck in there. Nope. This is slick, and I'm afraid that will smear. So I'm going to change my mind, take that off there. And I'm going to use my archival ink and coffee. Okay, and then I'm going to use the splatters, and I'm going to do the same color, coffee. Okay. Do we need to do anything else? feel like I need to try to rough this up right here on this corner. This is the thicker card, so it's going to pull apart. See that? So I'm just taking a layer of leather. Taking the layer. Let's do the same thing on this corner. If I can get my nail under it. And then I'm going to rough this up. Now, you can do this before you put everything down, but I like, in some cases, to do it after I get it together so I can see the whole picture, if that makes sense. And I'm going to curl this little October up a little bit. And I think I need to put some splatters on that even. One of these has really little splatters. Yep. Maybe some cracks right there. Get on this side where they're a little more. There we go. All right. So there you have it. That's our make for this week for I Saw It on Pinterest. And of course, you know, you can take this idea and adapt it a million different ways. But yeah, I really like adding the seasonal colors to the paper dolls. I do that a lot at Christmas and sometimes in the spring, but especially, you know, to get those Christmas colors in. So I'm glad that it looks really cute for this time of year as well. Just to add a little bit of color so everything's not, you know, so just black and white. So that's it. So let's bring back in the original inspiration, which was again by Paula Cheney, who is a Tim Holtz maker. And her website is called oneluckyday.net. If you want to go check out some of the makes that she makes for Tim, she's a great maker. And you can see these are the different cards that she made. So they're all really cute, different versions. And here's the one. No, That's not where I clicked. Here's the one that was kind of my inspiration. And then there's mine. So hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you try it out or if you have any questions and about this or anything else that I make in my videos. And I will be back on Saturday. I know I promised you all last Saturday I would be here, and I was not. But I will be here this Saturday, and not sure if I'm going to be working in the Seaside Journal or if I'm going to be working in the Raven Journal. Who knows? It depends on what kind of mood I'm in for that day, but we'll be doing something for sure, so I hope you'll come and join me. And until then, everybody have a great rest of your week, and stay cool if you're hot, stay warm if you're cold, and if you're in the area of the storm coming through, please stay safe, and I will see you all back on Saturday. Bye.